Hi everyone, good Monday, and thanks for starting off another week, Thanksgiving week nonetheless. With me here at Your News Today will be an abbreviated week, of course, programming-wise, as of course Thursday and Friday will be off days for everyone here, and of course not just myself and Your News Today, which is just myself, but for the Sagersville Independent and Big Sandy offices. And on that note, I have been drawn today to a few things my father told me growing up as a kid. One, son, you could break an anvil, and anything and everything will break. I think I might have been rough on things growing up. Nevertheless, the server, which, and I know we had some issues, it's been several months ago, might even been around this time last year. Nevertheless, the server, which had a little hiccup and cost us a few days of downtime, was since repaired and or replaced, so to speak. Friday evening, we had a big power surge last week here. Not necessarily, I'm not sure if it was Friday or not, but we had a big power surge. I think a car hit a utility pole on the Parkway, and that may have very well been the beginning of the downfall of the server, which we use here for both newspapers. And it has been since Friday night, a lot of time over the weekend for our IT, and then for myself today, and they just trying to get everything off before it indeed is absolutely done. And that is where my day is spending right now. We're just still literally keeping our fingers crossed that that's going to happen. We're still able to, got all the things we need to produce the papers and carry on in that respect. A lot of other very vital information we're trying to protect and save because, you know, this machine is, well, you're not supposed to have to worry about this, but like my daddy told me, everything breaks. So that's been my day in a nutshell. In addition to covering a hit-and-run accident a few moments ago, police still trying to find the driver of the vehicle and the vehicle. I'll tell you about that. I've got a few other updates for you, your Thanksgiving forecast, and much more. So a bit of an abbreviated show tonight to start an abbreviated week. My apologies up front and foremost, but thank you again for joining me, and stay tuned because I'll be right back.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy, the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question, with 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Santa's coming, and he's bringing tires and wheels, and he knows just where to get them. Conley Tire in Staffordsville next to Foothills and ConleyTire.net. Come in or click and save $100, even $200 on a new set of Goodyears and other big discounts on all the big names. They've got wheels, tires, lift kits, and all the service and repairs you need, and 6 months no interest is perfect for the holidays. Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
So let's go ahead and jump straight again to what will be a limited number of headlines this evening and information, but nonetheless important. It's been a very, I'm sure, bittersweet day for a lot of McGoffin County school personnel, staff, and the like. And if you simply go to their social media pages updating on what is definitely good news and positive news that 2 more of the last kids to be hospitalized have returned home. And I know in reaching out and then speaking to or following some others that at least 1 more might be getting ready to go home later on this week after a number of surgeries, but still several in the hospital. But the McGoffin County Schools, again, very pleased to announce that at least 2 more have returned home. At the same time, one of the McGoffin County Schools is as well asking for everyone to keep them, and as well as most certainly the family of one of their staff members in your prayers as he has passed away.
It's been a week today. This morning made a week since the 18 students and the bus driver, of course, all plunged over that embankment, critically injuring the driver, and a number of students initially after the first 11 have been released from the hospital after a brief or moderate stay. Still, many of those, or at least some with serious injuries, but released. There were 7 who were there for a number of days. That number, after 2 more have been released from the hospital or hospitals since I saw you last, brings down to the total number of 4 students remaining hospitalized this hour, and of course the driver as well. The accident is just still technically under investigation by the Kentucky State Police. Nothing's changed on that front as we closely continue to watch and monitor what has so far been progress for all of those still hospitalized. 2 more, again, being released since Friday. I also know that in keeping up with little Jace Hamilton, who his mother has been gracious to keep us up on, he might be just a day or 2 or a few away from being released himself, and then we're hopeful that all will be returning home. Many, of course, which will still have a long road of recovery ahead of them, but hopefully will return home nonetheless. Good news is 2 more released, that leaving, of course, 4, and the driver still hospitalized. At the same time, as the McGoffin County School District updating us on that, they as well are sharing remarks made by the Harold Whitaker Middle School, who is sad to announce the passing of one of their staff and co-workers, Patchell Salyer, who've been working with the McGoffin County School District. Began at Salyer Elementary and was later hired at Harold Whitaker in 2000, and who has been there since. Greatly missed. His presence at the middle school will be something that will always be remembered. As for funeral service announcements, I'll have what has been made available for Mr. Salyer in just a few moments.
A hit-and-run accident on Route 40, a violent and serious one involving a car and a bicycle. I'll have that for you in just a few minutes. Police are hoping maybe you might know something or have seen something that can help them with their investigation. Real quickly, it's a follow-up to a story that broke just days ago. A man from Ohio who had traveled to Martin County and after slashing 2 victims with a sharp knife or object, fled with his 1-year-old son. He has now been brought back after being arrested less than 24 hours or so later, I believe, and lodged in the Big Sandy.
25-year-old Johnny Kirk of Columbus, Ohio, was brought back to Johnson County and placed in the Big Sandy jail just earlier today. He's facing right now 2 counts, one being kidnapping with physical injury and assault in the 2nd degree. Now, this goes back to just earlier this month, where on the 6th day of November, I believe it was, he went to Martin County and took his 1-year-old son after attacking the child's mother and grandmother with a box cutter during the abduction of the child. He was found back in his hometown or area of Columbus, Ohio, a short time later and has been extradited back to Johnson County, where he awaits his next court proceeding and faces up to life in prison.
That top story of that hit and run in just a few moments. Just a brief calendar tonight. Thanksgiving, of course, this Thursday. And from Rumpke, Thursday's trash service will be picked up on Thursday. The drivers, however, will be starting very early, several hours earlier than normal. So you need to get your garbage out, of course, Wednesday evening. And I don't know that early Thursday will cover it if they're going to be out moving about that early. So Wednesday night, you need to have your garbage out because they are working on Thanksgiving Day, but just very, very early to try to get home, of course, and spend the holiday with their families. That's all I have for calendar announcements before we go to our last top headline and our weather forecast. A quick update on funeral service announcements as our local obituaries are brought to you nightly by McGoffin County Funeral Home.
Services are going to start tomorrow afternoon at 1 for 43-year-old Michael John Cole of Sagersville. He passed away Saturday, the son of the late Hillard and Barbara Allen Cole. He's survived by his wife, Sherry Puckett Cole, son Michael John Trevor Cole, stepsons Chandler Faulkner and Chasten Hilton, and a brother, Harold Cole of Sagersville, as well as his sisters, one a twin sister, Michelle Arnott and Thelma Fuller, both of Sagersville, and a number of nieces and nephews. Again, services begin tomorrow afternoon at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And in reference to the before-mentioned passing of 59-year-old Patchell Saggers of the Harold Whitaker Middle School, a resident of Patchell Saggers Road here in Sagersville, he passed away earlier today at his home. Those arrangements under the care of the Sagersville Funeral Home is still being made at this hour and to be announced soon in his honor.
Car wrecks,
Truck wreck,
disability,
workers' comp,
slip and fall.
wrongful death.
Your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
It's no surprise the Christmas season has arrived at the Seasonal Shop. It is your one-stop shop for decor, gifts, apparel, and so much more. New arrivals hitting the floor every day in all areas of the store. So whether you're going to a holiday party or school or a work day, they have you covered. Beautiful coats, dresses, and sweaters that are perfect for these colder temperatures. And they've got a large selection of fun Christmas shirts and sweatshirts and the accessories, of course, that you need to match. New doodles by Rebecca Toppers are in stock with added bows for a little more custom look. And if it's gifts you're looking for, they have something for everyone. Kentucky Mountain coffees, festive mugs, and many sweet add-ons. And dips and cheese ball mixes make the perfect hostess or teacher gift. So come in soon and let the ladies at the shop help you check off your gift list. That's Frazier's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank.
The Appalachian Wireless Holiday Sale is going on now. Appalachian Wireless has a holiday sale that will make everyone's holiday merry and bright. From now till the end of the year, visit us in-store or reserve online for an unbelievable sale on all the hottest devices. Deals like the iPhone 14 for just $99.99 or the iPhone 12 for just 1 cent. We know what you want for the holidays because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
There's just no denying it. Some things you crave all year long, but some of those things you crave even more when the leaves start to change and fall and there's a chill in the air. And our famous fresh-baked chicken pot pies are at the very top of that list. They're a warm, tasty, delicious snack or a meal in its own perfect little box at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
Another call of emergency on Route 40 today. This involving a motor vehicle and a bicycle. The rider of which was thrown, I'm told, over the windshield of the vehicle that struck her and then over the bridge and into the creek below. And that vehicle then continued on and fled the scene and is the subject of a police investigation at this hour.
All of those details came from the victim of this accident, and that was all that the victim could tell authorities. No description was able to be given as to the color or make or model of the vehicle, which she said swerved over completely out of its lane and into the bicyclist lane of travel. It happened near the mouth of Horsepen on Route 40, and actually right on the bridge just before you would get to that if you were traveling towards Johnson County. The bicyclist had reportedly just exited Horse Pen and was riding on the side of the bridge here, close to where the bicycle is actually now sitting there in that frame, when the rider, of which a female, told authorities and EMS that a car coming in the other direction came completely over into her lane of travel and struck her, throwing her over the windshield and over the bridge. No one saw the accident actually happen itself, but those people in the area who were nearby got to the scene as she was still over in the creek. She suffered serious and extensive injuries as a result and was life-flighted to a trauma center for the extent thereof. While the accident remains under investigation, I believe, by both the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department and the Kentucky State Police. Anyone with any information about the accident which may have seen anything in this area is asked to call the Sheriff's Department or Post 9 of the KSP in Pikeville. Now, let's see what's in store for your Thanksgiving forecast in your Licking Valley RECC 7-day. As we spoke about last week, a welcomed warming trend. Yes, that's the sound of applause. Not really. Should be. 22 degrees, clear skies tonight, and glad to say winds are calming down. They really added a little insult to injury with all the cold air from that front over the course of your weekend. Bitter cold, but warming. Even though we'll still see the low 20s tomorrow night, we'll see 54 degrees for your Tuesday, sunny skies and calm winds, I'm glad to add. Clear across the board. 54 again, 22 for your low. Taking us into the eve of Thanksgiving, if you're still going to be running errands and getting ready for things of that nature, or just getting ready to have a little extended time off, you'll do so with close to 60 on your Wednesday, 57, maybe 58 degrees, sunny skies, nighttime lows in the upper 20s instead of the low Wednesday night. Partly cloudy skies at most late Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day is going to be nice and well-deserved. 62, mostly sunny. Nighttime lows not near as cold at 42 for the bottom end of your Thanksgiving night. However, during the overnight, and specifically after 3, 4 in the morning, we'll see showers, at least a chance thereof, to the tune of 60% during the overnight, and you can just hold on to that 60% chance with mostly cloudy skies throughout your Friday. Temperatures are going to hold on, though. 56, albeit more clouds and showers than not, possibly on your Friday. For your Thanksgiving Day weekend, so a long weekend for hopefully everyone. I know not all, but for many. 52, partly sunny, and a chance of some showers on your Saturday, maybe a 50% chance, and a lesser 20% on your Sunday. Still low to mid 50s. Monday, another drop off. We'll go from there on your Monday back down to maybe 52 or so, maybe holding on to a few showers.
And that's going to wrap it up for this Monday. And in case you missed the very preface of the program, we have had some very serious technical difficulties here on the newspaper's side of the operation, and that has consumed much of my day, and it will the rest of the evening to some degree, and hopefully everything will be peachy tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'll see you back here tomorrow night, one way or the other. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and good night.